Hello, everyone. I wanted to jump on here really quickly because I have quite a few people that's purchased my book, and I was getting a few questions about certain chapters in the book, and I just figured I'd just jump on here and just read a few chapters and kind of elaborate on them a little bit. My mom gave me some really good news at the age of 11. I was going to be a big sister. I was so excited for the good news that I could barely wait for the baby to get here. I have a big sister named Diane, who my mom adopted as a little girl. But it was my turn to finally become a big sister. I could now be the big sister to the baby that my big sister was to me. I was so excited. Unfortunately, the devil had other plans. My baby sister Nikita finally arrived, and it was such a joyous occasion for us all. But then, being a young girl, the enemy started playing on my feelings. The devil doesn't care about age, he doesn't fight fair. I'm not sure if you remember me mentioning that my dad was really my stepdad. I never met my biological father. So, this joyous occasion soon turned into a sad one for me. Again, I didn't share what I was feeling with anyone because I didn't want to bring anyone else down. It was tough for me when I went to my parents' bedroom and I would see my beautiful little sister lying in between them. Seeing them created a picture that told me this is what a family truly looks like. I was 11 years old by then and didn't know any other way to process the situation. I also started wondering who my biological dad was and what he looked like. I could only picture him based on the features on me that didn't look like my mom. Rejection started to sit in. It started to haunt me as I wondered why my biological dad didn't want a part of my life. I suppressed those feelings along with all the others. At that particular time in my life when I was 11 years old, by the time I was 11, I had already gone through a few years, actually starting at the age of 7, of being bullied about my dark skin complexion. And it was so bad for me growing up in the hood. Um, Children were really cruel and they didn't care about your feelings. They just said what it was they had to say. They teased you, they would make jokes about you. So I was an easy target for them because of my complexion. So I felt rejected. Then I felt invisible. I felt hurt. I felt alone. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be here. I felt alienated. I just felt like there was something wrong with me. So by the time my little sister came and my stepdad, who is her biological dad, seeing them together with my mom made me feel even more isolated. Now, don't get me wrong, they never made me feel isolated themselves, but being such a young child and having this picture in my mind about how a family's supposed to look, I thought that was it. So it just left me again feeling like I didn't belong. Once again, feeling rejection. But I have to say, I don't know what it feels like to not have a father. Because the father that I have in my life today, the father who is my youngest sister's biological father, he never made me feel any different than he did my little sister. He was an awesome, awesome man. I have to give him credit because he helped my mom raise me, and he did not have to do that. I commend every man that step in and help a woman raise a child that's not theirs. So I never lacked. I never lacked attention from him. But going through what I went through growing up, caused me to feel like, oh, I didn't belong in that family, because that was a complete family in my mind. But he was a great man. I can't say anything wrong about him. He was always there for me. I don't know what it feels like to not have a father figure. But being so young, and someone asked me about this particular situation, being so young, I felt like that's what a family was supposed to look like. So if you want a copy of my book, uh, Sufficient Grace, From Despair to Destiny, if you want a copy of my book, just click on the link and it'll take you to a PayPal, and you can purchase the book there and you'll get a signed copy. All right, thank you for your time.